A very good evening and thank you for joining us on BeeTv Major News at 6. Reaching you live from Benin City, the Edo State capital. I am Evelyn Izibili, and now to the news in details. Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebholo has fulfilled his campaign promise of providing a 2.5 MVA injection substation to Udomi community in Eastern Central Local Government area of Edo State. The governor, accompanied by top officials, was at the injection station to inspect the project, which is already completed and ready to use. Our senior reporter Bess Orito has the details.
Governor Monday Okpebholo said the people of Udomi had not experienced such development before, but that this achievement will open the community and other communities that will be connected to the substation, and said he was happy to bring development to the people of the communities because they are feeling the impact of governance, which should be closer to the people. Governor Okpebholo said the state will witness more developmental projects as they have keyed into the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, adding that the substation will open up this area and bring economic development to the people in the locality.
Well, I feel very happy, very great. It's a new hope for our people. It's a new development, a new way forward for our people. So I'm sure the people from this community, they are very happy with this development today. It has never been like this before. But with the new hope agenda of Mr. President, you can see what is going on in this community. These people, they are happy. Tomorrow, when there is any election now, we'll get 100% here from Mr. President. So the most important thing here is dropping this line here. This will bring about development to the community.
The business head, technical operations at the Benin Electricity Distribution Company, Engineer Mokoye Jedima, commended the governor for the substation and assured that Udomi and other communities will benefit from the project. He said the 2.5 MVA injection substation, which is meant to serve over 9 areas, will bring down the 33 kVA lines to 11 kVA lines. He explained that the red line is to be energized on 11 kVA immediately, and the community will start enjoying electricity.
Where we are now is a new project in Western Line in Edo State, a 2.5 MVA injection substation meant to serve over 9 transformers around here, bringing down the 33 to 11 kV lines. The overhead line is to be energized on 11 kVA. So shortly, before the day runs out, the community will be on from this transformer.
The electricity extension phase 2 will connect 6 communities, which include Udomi 1, Onugbo, Afuda, and others, all in Owesan. The governor, who also visited the site for the construction of Edo State College of Nursing, Health Sciences and Technology, commended the Edo State House of Assembly for ensuring the passage of the bill. He said the ongoing project is made possible due to the action of the lawmakers and that the state government is serious about the completion of the projects. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
Indigenes of Amagba community in Oredo local government area of Edo State on Tuesday staged a peaceful protest to Government House to draw the government's attention to the fact that there is no community called or recognized as Okoroma in Edo State. BeeTv News Osarige Awebo reports that the protest follows the alleged takeover of Amagba community by an individual identified claiming that the governor has given Okoroma the right to take over the land. The report is presented by BeeTv News Best Orator.
Elders, youths, and women of Amagba community converged at Government House Gate, GRA Benin City, to seek the attention of Governor Monday Okpebholo over the alleged circulated information around the Edo community that the governor has given individuals identifying as Okauma community the right to take over the land, stating that there is no community in Edo State referred to as Okauma, as the Oba of Benin had before now said that Okoroma community does not exist, but rather is a Mokpai camp under Amagba community. Some of the protesters were ushered into the government house where they held a meeting with the chief of staff to the governor, Gani Audu. Speaking with journalists after the meeting with the chief of staff, the Ojonwe of Amagba community, Pa Joseph Idoekeme, and an elder of the community, Ezekiel Monday, said they protested to government house over the alleged takeover of their community by an individual identified as Gaius Emokpai, who allegedly claimed that the governor has given Okoroma the right to take over their land. They expressed gratitude to the chief of staff, Gani Audu, for listening to their plight, stating that he assured them that the government will call the said Mr. Gaius Emokpai to know what transpired in the community.
January 17 this year. Now we come here at the office. You walk from the yard. We buy any organ. Okay. I don't move over. I don't move. Put me very well. The father came as a farmer. Before the father came, other farmers came. Like Agrebegbe, as a motor, and many others came. Not the only fact. That's the thing why we are here. Why we are here today is saying around that the new governor for the family has given him the land. That's why he said he's going to be jobbing there since then now. This we have so that to know if actually the governor has given him the land.
We are here in government house to allow the general public, because based on the information that is circulating within the Edo community, that the governor, our Senator Okpebholo, the executive governor of Edo State, have given the so-called people who said they are Okoroma the right to go and take the land. So that is why we are here today, to let the government know that place, there is nowhere called Okoroma in Edo State. That place is a Mokpai camp. And the reason why the name of Okoroma came out is that when Obaseki tied that road, 2017, we came together, we said we want to, create an autonomous community by the name Okoroma, which we were doing, and all this while there have been fights in the community until we went to Palace and Oba decided that there is nowhere called Okoroma in Edo State that is a Mokpai camp under Amagba community.
Other indigenes of the community stated that Amagba is united and not divided, calling on those parading themselves as Okoroma community to desist from doing so, as Amagba community is recognized by the palace.
That place when they drag, now Amagba get time. No any place where they call Okoroma for there. Okoroma is not, for that area at all. The old Yekogba, no Okoroma. The old Bini, no Okoroma. Now Amagba get that area. That Emokpa is our brother. Now why look you give our land make the make farm. He can't tell us to make him make farm for make view out for them. Then when all the children don't grow now, they come they drag the land with us. Why? No Okoroma for them.
I've been under Amagba. So when they were looking at this so-called man said that community cannot exist under Amagba. So ever since they have been fighting in the community, they have gone to Oba Palace. The last time we went to Palace, under my leadership, have been Okaigele community. So Oba said, in Benin Kingdom, there's no community called Okoro. So what they know is I came up by under Amagba. So they should go and make peace with Amagba. That was how we associated that with the community. We now came to Amagba, settled with Amagba. So since then, one family, so-called a Mokpai family, led by Gaius Emokpai, they said they will not comply with the verdict of the palace.
With that way, Amagba, Ojo Moneria, or now when on a Boagoyeva, or Eria Boagoyeva, or not Jomona do Yane. You know, Gamagba. A Moninia, a Joya Yero. Oh, see, a Maru Darima, Marie Hove, oh, Evina, or call Morito Terry, Mamma can only carry Amagba.
At the time of this report, the indigenes of Amagba community left the government house in optimism, expecting a positive response from the government as they headed to the palace of the Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty Oba Ewaye II, to continue their protest. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
A crusade to kickstart the 75th birthday of Dr. Reverend Matthew Okpebolo and the 29th anniversary of the Matthew Okpebolo Foundation annual empowerment program has held at the St. Matthew Royal College, Udoni, Irua, Esa Central Local Government Area of Edo State. BeeTv News Efosa Priye reports that the program attracted people of Esan land and others from far and near came to identify with Reverend Matthew Okpebolo. The report is presented by Esohe Usewengi.
It was a moment of thanksgiving and appreciation to God for the life of Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpebolo for reaching a milestone of 75 years. The empowerment of indigents, offering free scholarships, free medical outreaches and surgeries to commemorate this year's 29th counting down celebration of the foundation. The crusade held at the St. Matthew Royal College, located at Kilometer 4, Ivo Ewu, Edenu, Irwa, is part of lines of activities to celebrate the 75th birthday of the Managing Director of Royal Construction Company, Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpebolo, and the 29th anniversary of Matthew Okpebolo's foundations that has impacted thousands of lives. The program attracted a large turnout of people from different parts of Edo and beyond. Different groups dressed in colorful attire took turns to offer praises to God. In a welcoming address, the host and celebrant, Right Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpebolo, welcomed the congregation, expressing gratitude to God for how he has sustained and kept the foundation going, stating that it has been God who instructed the project, and if it has not been God, it would not have experienced success in the last 29 years.
If God is not in God, they will say, "Oh, power, it will continue." If God is not with God, and no same of power. All of it are part of the every month, the body cold and the way the boo. I say, God bless. All the time, I will grab the banner. I will not finish it all. I must have also talk. I must have walk for. Also, no pride, but I will make fair or I say walk for. Oh, say people don't never check. Oh, say that I'm there, people don't. Where I can't
The guest minister at the crusade, Bishop Austin Igbasa, appreciated Right Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpebolo for always having faith and supporting the work of God, delivering a sermon titled Power in the Word. The minister highlighted how Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpebolo has held on to God, that his loyalty to the Word of God and its teachings proves the power of manifestation in his life, as well as in delivering humanitarian services to humanity on a yearly basis, particularly with the award of scholarship to indigent students, construction of church, hospital and school buildings, even the construction of roads.
We have a man who stayed back in his place. We have a man who turned his place to become a foreign country. We have a man of many parts, a man who is a consistent follower. Today when we do research on those who follow late Archbishop Benson Idahosa, you can point to our daddy here and serve here in different capacity with all his might. How many of you remember? He's one of the few people that named something after Archbishop in his lifetime. Other things were named when the man ascended. We have a man who is a true disciple, a true follower, a consistent and loyal son of the late Archbishop Benson Idahosa and Mama Margaret Archbishop Idahosa, and the man that served meritoriously, consistently, without stain, without scandal.
Bishop Austin Igbasa also stated that behind every successful and passionate man who has his people at heart, there is a woman who supports the dreams and the vision of her husband, and appreciated his wife for the role she's playing in the life of Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpebholo over the years in establishing the foundation.
I'm happy Baba is here with his wonderful wife. No matter how small aeroplane is, now 2 engines will take flight. Every bird, no one is disabled. That is using one feather. Now 2 God give them to take flight. The role when mommy play for this journey is not a little one. You don't be a balanced man. Yes, sir. It takes a balanced woman to make a man a balanced man. Yes. See men who value their wife, who cherish their wife, who celebrate their wife, who appreciate their wife, who allow their wife to have a say in their life, in their administration. I celebrate them.
Prayers and praise were offered for the nation and for the success of the lined-up activities. And Soher Osanigi reporting for BeeTv News.
The people of Uromi and Irua, both in Asa Northeast and Asa Central local government areas and other local government areas in Edo Central Senatorial District of Edo State, came out and marched to St. Matthew's Specialist Hospital, Iwu Irua, on Tuesday to benefit from the free medical outreach organized by the Matthew Okpebholo Foundation as part of lineup activities to mark the 75th birthday celebration of Dr. Reverend Matthew Okpebholo. The report by BeeTv News, Efosa Prayer, is presented by Best Orator.
The Day 2 activity to celebrate the 75th birthday of Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpebholo and the 29th anniversary of Matthew Okpebholo Foundation and Empowerment Program witnessed a large turnout of indigenes of Asa Central from Uromi and Irua and other locations who converged at the St. Matthew's Specialist Hospital, Ewu Irua, for a free medical outreach. The outreach is designed to meet the medical needs of those who cannot afford medical bills. Medical personnel had a busy day attending to the large crowd of people, conducting and administering drugs to them, including those with high blood pressure, sugar, eye challenges, as well as surgical operation. The organizing chairman of the committee, Reverend Fred Odije, in an interview said it is always a delight to celebrate Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpebholo, describing him as a kind man and a philanthropist who is always in the forefront of helping vulnerable and less privileged members of the public, including corporate and social organizations. Reverend Fred Odije said the free Medicare is a medium of giving back to the society, as those with health challenges are invited to come and be treated for free.
Today is the commencement of this free medical outreach, and I believe by the grace of God, tomorrow is going to be greater than this, and next tomorrow is going to be the greatest, and by the grace of God. And I want to advise and I want to encourage those who have not been here. If you know you are having health challenges, come to this place, it's free of charge.
Some of the beneficiaries appreciated Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpebholo for the good and humanitarian and selfless service he brought to Edo Central and the state at large. They pray for long life for the celebrant and strength to do more.
I appreciate Bishop Matthew Okpebholo as a bishop of Asa Bishop, because the work he's doing in Asa land is so numerous. We cannot thank him enough. He has helped so many homes. He has hit so many homes. He has brought joy to many homes. We are proud of Bishop Matthew Okpebholo for the work he's doing in Asa land. We pray that God will bless him and give him more long life.
We will gain a lot from this success. I pray Almighty God to empower him to give him long life for the way he is helping the masses.
The The celebrant, Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpebolo, took newsmen round the specialist facilities, the SCBU ward, laboratory wards, the surgery theatre, and others, showing the state-of-the-art equipment and drugs available to aid the delivery of quality medical services to the people. Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpebolo said he is happy that the medical outreach is going well as planned, saying it is one of the activities lined up for the celebration of his birthday and the 29th anniversary of the Matthew Okpebolo Foundation.
God has made me great. I want to not me that I have been, it's God that is doing. That same God will always have been empowering me for this year. When to give scholarship for 20,000 people 29 years ago, we have not stopped. It was individual. It was me as Matthew Okpebolo that is doing it. I would have tired because it continues, meaning God is in.
The free medical outreach and surgeries continued till Thursday, 12th June 2025. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The need to reinforce internal democracy, equity and justice within the ranks of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) has been emphasized. The party stakeholders and concerned leaders stated this during a meeting in Abuja. The report is presented by Best Orator.
The eminent stakeholders and concerned leaders drawn from the various states of the Federation took a deep and strong view of the situation in the People's Democratic Party and resolved that the seemingly unattractable crisis in the party is as a result of inexplicable refusal of a few to adhere to the party's constitution, with particular reference to Section 36(1)(a), (b) and (c), Section 47(3) and 5, and Section 48(1)(I), and the definite Supreme Court judgment regarding the position of the office of the National Secretary of the party. The eminent stakeholders and concerned leaders, led by the Minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike, said they are alarmed that the party is in inevitable path to self-annihilation if urgent steps are not taken to rein in the desperate, divisive, and selfish tendencies that brought the party to its knees in the lead-up to the 2023 presidential elections. The group also said the divisive tendencies have unfortunately found expression in the conduct of certain interests within the ranks of the party, both at the National Executive Council, National Working Committee, and Board of Trustees levels. Consequently, the PDP eminent stakeholders and concerned leaders resolved as follows: that to finally arrest the inexplorable drifts towards extinction in the PDP, the party must without further delay respect the judgment of the Supreme Court, and they therefore unequivocally reaffirmed that Senator Sam Mayawu is the duly elected and substantive National Secretary of the party, and that in the spirit of fairness, including federal character principles and respect of the PDP constitution, the party must take an unequivocal pronouncement zoning its presidential candidate to the south in the 2027 election after the unbroken years of northern presidency under President Muhammadu Buhari. They added that in line with the provisions of the PDP constitution, only the National Secretary, Senator Sam Mayawu, can issue notices of meeting of the National Convention, National Executive Committee, National Caucus, and the National Working Committee, and to this end, all notices not issued by Senator Sam Mayawu and actions founded in them, including correspondences to INEC, are null and void and of no effect whatsoever. And according to the PDP constitution, only the National Convention, properly and duly constituted, can remove Senator Sam Mayawu, the National Secretary, arising from his status as a member of the National Executive Committee of the party, and therefore demanded that the acting National Chairman, Umar Damagu, and the National Secretary jointly issue a notice to INEC with an attached agenda for the National Executive Committee meeting of the party, being the only pathway to abide by extant laws.
We therefore demand that the acting National Chairman and National Secretary jointly issue a notice to INEC with an attached agenda for the National Executive of the party, being the only pathway to abide by extant laws. We, stakeholders, reiterate our commitment to our great party and urge all members to uphold the rule of law, to respect constitutional mandate, resist all legislation aimed at subverting the party, and support the efforts of National Reconciliation Committee headed by Excellency Senator
The stakeholders reiterated their commitment to uphold the rule of law, respect constitutional mandate, resist all mechanizations aimed at destabilizing the party, and support the efforts of the National Reconciliation Committee headed by former Senate President Senator Bukola Saraki. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The Oni of Ife, Enita Ogunwusi Ojaja II, has applauded President Bola Tinubu's plan to deploy forest guards to secure the nation's ungoverned spaces. The royal father, who gave this commendation while speaking with State House journalists after paying a courtesy visit on President Tinubu at his Ikoyi residence in Lagos, assured that traditional rulers will do everything necessary to partner with the federal government to ensure that the plans succeed in securing local communities across the country. Sohe Osewenge has the details.
The Oni of Ife, Enita Ogunwusi Ojaja II, expressed optimism about the Tinubu administration's effort, praising the proposed restructuring of the forest guard system as a critical step towards lasting peace and investors' confidence. He also hailed the president's economic reforms, which he said will reposition Nigeria on the global stage, just as it backed the administration's newly proposed forest guard security structure.
I'm very happy with the forest guard structure and another platform to bring in more police force for the forest guard to continue to comb the entire forest, both in the north and in the south. So once security can be addressed, there is a good platform for investment to flow to Nigeria now. One area that Mr. President is addressing now, and I discussed with him too, is area of security. So he's on top. Let's keep praying for him. Let's keep praying for him and all our leaders.
Another respected traditional ruler, the Alake of Igbaland, Oba Michael Adedotun Aremu Madebo, also paid homage to the president in Lagos. Sohe Osemiki reporting for BeeTv News.
The All Progressive Congress in Delta Central Senatorial District has unanimously adopted President Bola Tinubu and Governor Sheriff Oboriwori as their candidates for the 2027 general election. This decision, announced at the APC Delta Central Mega Unity meeting, reflects the party's growing unity and strong confidence in the leadership of President, Governor, and party leaders.
Party leaders and party faithfuls from the federal, state and local government levels converge on Ughelli for the APC Delta Central Mega Unity meeting. With a unified voice, party leaders and supporters declared their endorsement of Governor Sheriff Oboriwori and President Bola Tinubu for the 2027 elections.
Ukodo is God's gift to Delta State and to Nigeria as a whole. For us, no alternative in 2027, but Mr. President has been the most astute economic manager we have had since 1960. The most astute. He's an accountant, he's astute financially, and that is why you can see that as a nation we are getting it right now in terms of our finances.
The President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will win 100% in Delta State in 2027. Is that not true? And then our dear governor, Ukodo, Sir Right Honorable Sheriff, will win 100% in Delta State.
House of Representative member representing Ughelli Udu Federal Constituency, Francis Wivi, then moved the motion to adopt President Tinubu and Governor Oboriwori as the party's candidates for the 2027 elections.
The Yoruba nation has spoken with one voice that in 2027 we are coming in our numbers to vote in our sole candidates for governor, Governor Sharif Oworori, and for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the 2027 elections.
Delta Central Senator Ede Dafidon then put the motion to a voice vote, an action that was met with a unanimous approval.
Those in favor of the motion on the floor, say aye.
The meeting then passed a vote of confidence on the leadership of both President Tinubu and Governor Oborevwori. Godgift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
The Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, has officially launched a capacity enhancement program for the first batch of Nigerian mining professionals at Murdoch University, Australia. The initiative is a key outcome of the Nigerian-Australia collaboration with the support of the Commonwealth Government aimed at addressing skill gaps in the mining sector and deepening bilateral ties between Nigeria and Australia. BeeTv News' Esohe Osewenge has the details.
Recalled that during the 2023 African Down Under Conference in Perth, Australia, Alake entered into a bilateral agreement with the government of Western Australia through the Australian Ministry of Mines and Petroleum and Murdoch University to facilitate technical training designed to strengthen the expertise of Nigerian mining professionals. This collaboration, with strong support from the Australian High Commission in Nigeria, has now culminated in the commencement of a 2-week pilot training program involving 11 Nigerian participants at Murdoch University. In his remarks at the launch, the Minister of Solid Mineral, Dele Alake, noted that the program represents the realization
ensuring that this vision came into reality.
Welcoming the Nigerian delegation, Vice-Chancellor of Murdoch University, Professor Henry Dix, highlighted the importance of capacity building in the global resource sector. He emphasized that the exchange programs aligns with the university's mission to promote ethical, sustainable, and inclusive engagement across continent through impactful education and research. The training covers a wide range of subjects including extractive metallurgy, sustainable geochemistry, and mineral science research. Participants will also embark on field trips and engage directly with industry experts to explore mining trends, investment opportunities, and sustainability challenges. Esohe Osemeki reporting for BeeTv News.
The federal government, through the Nigerian Communication Commission, has taken a significant step towards enhancing healthcare delivery in Nigeria with the commissioning of the e-health project at the State Specialist Hospital in Akure, Ondo State. This initiative aims to improve access to quality healthcare services and streamline healthcare delivery across the country. Speaking at the event, the Executive Vice Chairman of NCAC, Aminu Maida, said the initiative attests to the agency's collective efforts to harness the power of information and communication technology to improve and revolutionize the health sector in Nigeria. Represented at the event, Philip Aratin, the NCAC Vice Chairman, said the objective of the e-health project is to use ICT to significantly improve access and delivery of healthcare services. The acting chief medical director of Ondo State Specialist Hospital, Adishino Akinto, represented by Ndidi Okunaga, described the electronic medical records as a system that is a digital version of a patient's medical history.
Project that is very dear to us, because it's going to introduce ICT into our health delivery instead of all these issues surrounding paper files. We're now moving everything to the system where you can easily share patients' records with fellow professionals, specialists in other areas.
We are so glad and happy that the federal government and NCC have been able to give us this EMR project, and it has really helped us because our data collation now, our data storage will be much more better. The work will be more effective. Our physicians will be able to see more patients, and the work will be much more easier for us.
The death toll from the devastating flood in Mokwa in Niger State has now risen to 206, according to the State Emergency Management Agency. Governor of Niger State, Mohammed Umar Bago, earlier today visited the affected communities and announced a 1 billion donation to support families impacted by the disaster. As part of the relief effort, 50,000 bags of grains has been ordered for immediate distribution. The governor also stated that land will be provided for the federal government to begin resettling displaced residents. A June deadline has been set for closing all temporary camps, with interim support going to those awaiting permanent housing. Meanwhile, the state is awarded a 7 billion naira contract for the reconstruction of the Rubber Road Bridge, which was destroyed by the flood.
For their empathy, for their good messages, and also for their support. We are grateful to the President of this country, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who was represented by the Vice President, Kashim Shettima, where he sympathized with our situation and made a pledge of 2 billion naira for the settlement of the affected families. In that regard, Niger State government has gone ahead to provide land for the federal government so that they can start the resettlement program in earnest. Niger State government will dole out 1 billion naira to be given to the families that are here, so that they can get other places and relocate while the resettlement area or houses are being built.
The federal government has launched the Presidential Community Engagement Peace Initiative to address the security challenge in Nigeria's north-central region. The initiative is a brainchild of the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President and community engagement aimed at promoting peace and security across the states within the region.
Seated in this hall are stakeholders from the 6 states that made up the north-central region of Nigeria. They are gathered here to launch a new pathway through the presidential community engagement. Chief of Defense Staff Lieutenant General Christopher Musa is a special guest at the summit. Highlights of the event include the official launch of the Presidential Community Engagement Peace Initiative and a 101 security chart with the Chief of Defense Staff.
Well, we are gathered here today to launch a new pathway through the Presidential Community Engagement Peace Initiative and the multi-faith and multi-ethnic town hall dialogues that will be happening very soon, where we will foster unity, strengthen social cohesion, and empowering communities to take ownership of their peace process.
We cannot do it alone without your own support, because the criminals, the bandits, the terrorists, the insurgents are all living within the communities. If the communities today decide that we will not support these criminals, we will not support these bandits, we will not support these terrorists, they will not survive. A few days ago I mentioned, how are they getting their fuel? How are they getting their food? It's from the communities that are giving them this. The challenges we're facing as military men is that we have members of the public that are also supporting them, giving them information, providing fuel, providing food, and that keeps on giving them this ability to go. So the military will continue to do its job.
The initiative is an innovative peace network designed to drive the peace agenda and promote social cohesion within the north-central region. The convener of the event chatted with journalists shortly after the event.
This initiative is being channeled or being supported by the presidency, which shows that the president is concerned in sustaining and maintaining peace here. And in our own innovative way, structures, peace groups will be set up across the 110 local government of the North Central region, which will have direct connection with my office in channeling concerns and also building sustainable peace within this region.
Residents within the North Central community are encouraged to embrace diversity as the only key to national development, as there will be no meaningful development without peace. Osarogie Agwebo, reporting for BeeTv News.
We'll take a short break and we'll be right back shortly. Stay with us.
Service, a daughter's heartfelt tribute. Dear Dad, Right Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpeolu, happy 75th birthday. Your lifelong devotion to ministry, education, and community upliftment has shaped countless lives, including my own. I remember your early morning devotions and how your thoughtful counsel taught me integrity and compassion. Through your scholarship program, you opened doors for hundreds of students, and your quiet support, whether funding the law library at Edo State University or covering school fees, eased financial burdens across Edo State. Equally impactful is your passion for youth vocational training, which has empowered aspiring artisans and strengthened our community's economy. You have shown me that true leadership comes from selfless service rather than titles. On behalf of everyone at the Board of Technical and Vocational Education and Training, and most of all as your daughter, I thank you for inspiring us to pursue excellence and uplift others. May God bless you with continued health, wisdom, and joy as you extend this remarkable legacy of service. With all my love and gratitude, Barrister Mrs. Onome Briggs, Executive Chairman, Edo State Board of Technical and Vocational Education and Training.
Special invitation. In line with the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu Renewed Hope Agenda, the Edo State Government and the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) invites the general public to the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of the internal campus road network of Edo State Polytechnic, Usen. After 23 years of its establishment, join His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebolo, Executive Governor of Edo State, as he performs the groundbreaking ceremony. Special guest of honor, Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, Managing Director, Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC), Dr. George Uzonwanne, Director, Education, Health and Social Services (NDDC). Date: Saturday, 14th June 2025. Time: 11 a.m. prompt. Venue: Edo State Polytechnic, Use Campus Open Field. Signed, Dr. Paddy Iyamu, Edo State Commissioner for Education. A new Edo has risen. Join the train.
From the heart of Ray Royal Construction Company Limited comes a resounding celebration of an extraordinary man, our chairman, our founder, our father in leadership and legacy, Right Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpebolo. Today we raise our voices in thanksgiving and joy as you mark your 75th birthday. 75 glorious years of grace, vision, purpose, and impact. Since 1976, you laid the first blocks of what is now a household name in civil construction and engineering excellence. You are not just a builder of infrastructure, but a builder of men. A pastor, a bishop emeritus, a mentor, a philanthropist, a husband, a father, a grandfather, and to many of us, a living example of what godly leadership truly means. Your unwavering commitment to giving back shines again through the Matthew Okpebolo Foundation, as 1,000 final year students in Edo State are set to receive financial support to complete their projects. The 100 million naira geriatric center donated to ERA Specialist Teaching Hospital, Prisoners Regaining Freedom, free medical support project, the Gospel Crusades, free roads and infrastructural projects to all universities, whether federal, state, or privately owned, the empowerment scheme, to just mention these. From the management and staff of Ray Royal Construction Company Limited, we wish you a joyful 75th birthday, Right Reverend Dr. Matthew Okpebolo, our founder, our father, our inspiration. Happy 75th birthday, sir.
Welcome back from that short break. Following the conclusion of the Salah holiday, workers across the country have resumed official duties on Tuesday, marking the end of the festive break. Government office, private establishments, and commercial institutions reopened for official duties and business, with employees returning to their respective posts. In Benin City, traffic resumed its official pace as people return to their daily routines. BeeTv News God Gift on Money has the reports.
In celebration of the Salah celebrations by Muslim families, the federal government had earlier declared Friday, June 6th and Monday, June 9th as public holidays to mark the Eid el-Kabir celebration. The break allowed Muslims nationwide to observe the religious festival with prayers, family gatherings, and charitable activities. Now returning back to work on Tuesday, June 10th, in various offices, attendance was moderately high as workers returned back to their duties. Residents made good use of the Salah break as it was a time to bond with family members and spending quality time. While it was restful and refreshing, some say the economy needs to be more favorable to be able to enjoy these breaks as they come.
At least this holiday make me enjoy myself. I rest like 1 week. I enjoy myself 1 week. After the holiday, as in the holiday they give us, the 2 days they gave us for the holiday, but I do more extra. I stay more than 1 week. So I'm resuming the work. I'm resuming you today. So I don't even know how to explain this our body, because this our body needs some time. We need rest. This holiday was good and I enjoyed the holiday. The holiday was fine and good.
I actually spent my Salah holiday at home with my family. You know, it's an avenue for you to be at home, spend time with your family out of your busy schedule.
So I spent my Salah break in the poor way because of the money is not really available. So we spend it the way we see it. And the economy is poor now, it's putting everybody on the spot. So I cannot really say I enjoyed the Salah break. We just observe. I didn't say I mark it because I'm not a Muslim. Yeah, I was with my family now. I spent a good time with my family because they were on holiday. They did not go to school. And that is all about the Salah. But we are talking of, say, you really enjoy it. I did not enjoy anything because money is not coming to our purse. Before you get 3 square meal, you know how one struggle. So that is the country we see ourselves today.
Security agencies and other essential service providers who remained active during the holidays continued their duties without interruption. The resumption marks a return to regular government and economic activities after the nationwide Salah celebration. God's Gift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
Residents in Benin City are experiencing relief as the price of liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, commonly known as the cooking gas, has decreased notably. Retailers report a reduction of 500 naira for a standard 12.5 kg cylinder, while gas plant operators have observed a more substantial drop of 650 naira. BeeTv News God Gift Omone has the reports.
The information that I gotten from my dealer, we have a group. They recently reduced it by just 500 naira difference.
In Benin City, Edo State, current market surveys indicate that the average retail price for a 12.5 kg cylinder in Benin City now stands at 13,100 naira at gas plants to consumers. This marks a significant 30.13% decrease from the December 2024 price of 18,750. The price reduction is attributed to several factors. Increased domestic production, as over 70% of Nigeria's LPG consumption is now met through local production, reducing reliance on imports. Improved supply chain, enhanced distribution networks have ensured consistent availability of LPG across the region. Initiatives by the government aimed at promoting LPG usage and ensuring affordability have contributed to the price drop. as retailers are impressed with the reduction in price and debunks any possible increase.
Yesterday, it was 49,500. Before it was 50,000 to fill it for the dealers. So now they are a little bit reduced it with 500 naira. But I don't know, because Nigeria things fluctuate, we don't really have a stable price. So the price might also change before the end of today, because Nigeria, you wake up and see new price. So price control is dead. So that's just what we experience in Nigeria now. So that's just my take on that right now.
Despite the overall decrease, some areas within Benin City continue to experience higher prices due to transportation challenges and supply chain inefficiencies. However, industry stakeholders remain optimistic that sustained local production and supportive policies will continue to stabilize the market. Residents are encouraged to take advantage of the current prices and ensure safe handling and usage of cooking gas. Despite the growing inflation in the economy, fortunately, the gas sector received a relief as it came down to about 30.13% per kilogram, and the standard 12.5 kg goes for about 13,100 naira, rather from the initial price at 18,750 given in December 2024, as consumers expect more deflation in price and hoping on the government to see a significant change in the oil sector. Gosgift Omone, reporting for BeeTv News.
Respondents in Benin City have offered preferring possible solutions to curbing the recurrence of examination malpractice among students. BeeTv News Freeman Osawe reports that the respondent also called for proper discipline of students.
Any examination where they were organized, the federal government can even look it up.
Examination malpractice is a common practice with examinations in Nigeria, especially with exams such as the West African Examination Council and the National Examination Council. Some respondents in Benin City have preferred solutions to addressing examination malpractice by checkmating supposed miracle centers used for writing exams, ban on the use of smartphones by students in examination halls, and also sanctions on schools who engages in examination malpractice. The respondent said if these measures are put in place, then examination malpractice can be reduced even to its barest minimum.
Proper training of students, discipline, determination, and dedication to studies. That is how exam malpractice can be eradicated from the education sector.
They don't like read. They go to school for money just to spend their money. It's like they have money already. So many of them don't like to stay in the class. They only believe that when they just get there, they can do one or two things. They will pass. Because of that, because of Miracle Center, they feel they can do everything. They can pass everything. That's why everybody just enjoy it. Nobody wants to. Like me now, our children are too. For them to read now is the problem. Wow. It's a problem. So they say you, after you don't leave this place, to make sure you carry your book. No. Send them message. No. Okay, just imagine I put a boy of 12 years now. I put him in a work to be a mechanic. At least before finish secondary school, at least you have something doing. At least instead of saying, yes, do and do Yahoo. At least after you make money, you're supposed to start with somewhere. Exactly. Right? That's okay, you go work. Go to work now, you don't want to go. Because why? You just see people they bored. They read book, you know, go feel read book. Because why? You know, see, they talk as if soon as scam. So you know, see, they don't do one or two things.
Disappointment. But what happened concerning the last examination, children go. Because for this time they say there is no equipment to do it. That's why they do it in later work. Like, it's a very disappointment in this country. That's true. If there's any way they can manage it and do it well, we appreciate.
I do really think with the high use of social media in our society, I think parents should do more of regulating the phone use, the social media use of kids, you understand? There should be time limits for them. I mean, if you are going to school, you shouldn't be going to school with your phones and all that, you understand? And also, if you are at home, there should be actually some regulated time that you should actually use your phone. I think the parents have to actually do some big and extensive work here. You understand me? And also when it comes to the teachers too, let me say the school authorities, they should also be actively involved in this social media stuff. Phones should be banned from schools, especially smartphones should be banned from schools.
They said examination malpractice can be addressed with the collective effort of concerned stakeholders. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
Nigerian singer Arya Star has won her first ever BET Award, clinching the Best International Act of the 2025 BET Awards. The ceremony took place on Monday night at the Peacock Arena in Los Angeles. Let's join BeeTv News Gifts Omone for details and more from the entertainment world.
Triumphed over other top contenders, including fellow Nigerian artist Rema and South African singer Tyler. This win marks a significant milestone in her career after previously missing out in past editions. Despite her major win, Arya Star lost out in two other categories. She was nominated for Best New Artist, which went to Leon Thomas, and Best Female R&B Pop Artist awarded to Caesar. In related results, Nigerian singer Tems, who had two nominations in the Best Her category, lost to Summer Walker. American rapper Kendrick Lamar emerged as the 9th biggest winner, taking home 5 awards from 10 nominations. Nigerian singer Tems is set to headline the first ever FIFA Club World Cup final halftime show, scheduled to take place on July 13th at the MetLife Stadium in New York. The show, produced by Global Citizen, will feature performances by Colombian artist J Balvin and American pop star Doja Cat. It will be broadcast live and free on denzel.com, reaching a global audience. Speaking about the upcoming performance, Tems expressed her enthusiasm, saying the event would unite people through music and sports. The halftime show is part of a wider initiative to promote the FIFA Global Citizen Education Fund, a joint effort between FIFA President Gianni Infantino and Global Citizen co-founder Hugh Evans. The fund aims to raise $100 million to expand access to education and football for children worldwide. Nollywood actress and filmmaker Funke Akindele has announced the return of her popular series Ayetoro Town, with season 2 set to premiere on June 22nd, 2025. The announcement was made via Akindele's official Instagram page, where she revealed that the new season would be available for streaming on Fans TV YouTube channel. She encouraged her fans to expect laughter, drama, and life lessons in the upcoming episodes. She also expressed gratitude to her cast and crew, acknowledging their hard work and talent in bringing the project to life. The filmmaker, widely regarded as one of Nollywood's most successful figures, has constantly delivered commercially successful and critically acclaimed productions. Season 2 of Ayetoro Town is expected to continue the comedic and socially conscious storytelling that made the first season a hit among audiences. American actor Jamie Foxx made an emotional appearance at the 2025 BET Awards held on June 9th at the Peacock Theater in Los Angeles. The event was hosted by comedian Kevin Hart. During his acceptance speech, Foxx became visibly emotional as he reflected on his recovery from a near-fatal stroke in April 2023. The medical emergency caused by a brain bleed left him in a coma for 20 days. The tribute segment featured performances and appearances by T-Pain, Jennifer Hudson, Babyface, Craig Robinson, and Ludacris. Foxx's return was met with widespread applause, symbolizing resilience and making a powerful moment in the entertainment. And that's it on the entertainment news. God's Gift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
Borussia Dortmund has signed Joe Bellingham, the younger brother of Real Madrid and England star, and ex-BVB man Jude, from English Premier League newsboy Sunderland on a 5-year contract. Let's now join our BeeTv News sports correspondent Freeman Osawi, who has more on this and other sports stories.
Bellingham, 19, has made the switch to the Bundesliga outfit and follows in the footsteps of his brother, who joined Dortmund from Bengal City as a 17-year-old in summer 2020. Job is an exceptionally talented player who, despite his young age, already possesses remarkable maturity and intelligence. They are convinced that he fits perfectly with its philosophy of promoting young talent and giving them the opportunity to develop at the highest level. Head coach of the senior national team, the Super Eagles, Eric Chell, will match the games of the Club World Cup with an eye on two players in a view of giving them a chance to fight for his shirt in his team. The coach, who is still looking at players in a lot of positions, has so far handled the Nigeria team in 5 games, which he won 3 and drew 2, the last of which was the 1-1 draw against Russia in an international friendly game last week. He is keen to see if Zaidu Sanusi of FC Porto, who is slowly getting back to his best after over a year, out injured, will perform at the tournament, as he wasn't quite impressed with Bruno Oyemechi in the game against Russia. And that's it on Sport News tonight. Freeman Osawi reporting for BeeTv News.
And that is the size of our news package for tonight. Many thanks for joining us on BeeTv Major News. I am Evelyn Zibili. Thank you and have a good night.